Hi everyone, my name is Mejer and I'm an immigration attorney. On today's video, I'm going to give you an update on US immigration and how those updates might impact your immigration journey. If you're new to our channel, please like this video and subscribe. Follow our channel so you can be updated whenever there is something we think might impact your immigration journey. We have weekly new videos, but not all of them are breaking news. However, when there is a breaking news item, we will most certainly let you know, so subscribe today. Stay with us to find out more. For those who don't know me, let me tell you a little bit about my own immigration journey. I came to the US as a child with my parents. We paid an immigration attorney who took our money but didn't help us. I lived without legal status for many years, but was able to get my green card through Ronald Reagan's amnesty plan. That's President Ronald Reagan. That's one of the reasons I'm interested to see if President Biden is able to do some kind of amnesty for immigrants today. So far, what I'm hearing isn't what I would consider amnesty. Amnesty is really, hey, you're here and you get your green card. And that's not really what's being discussed, but we'll see what happens. I've since gotten my citizenship, and today I'm an immigration attorney. I help people like me to get the legal status they want. If you're wondering if you're eligible for legal status, call us. We have clients in over 18 states and have helped people in the US and around the world. We won't take your money if we can't help you. First, let's talk about updates, or non-updates as it happens, to US immigration. We've had a lot of questions about how long things are going to take to process, especially visas. Before the pandemic, when someone applied for a visa outside of the US, it took about 9 to 12 months. US embassies and consulates issued about 500,000 visas every year. Right now, there are 3 things that have created a bottleneck for the processing of visas outside of the US. 1, the pandemic is slowing things down tremendously. 2, staffing shortages have impacted how quickly or slowly things are being processed. And 3, a budget crisis at the State Department has made it so that more people can't be hired to speed things through. Add in Proclamation 10,014, which suspended certain visa immigrants applying for a green card through consular process, and Proclamation 10,052 that suspended the entry of non-visa immigrants like H-1B, H-2B, L-1, or J-1. H-1B is specialty occupancy workers, H-2B are temporary workers like agricultural, L-1 is high-level executive and managers, and J-1 tends to be like au pairs or exchange students. Those were put in place last year by President Trump, and that plus visa processing has taken forever. As you know, if you're living it, it has slowed to almost a standstill. President Biden did put some changes in place when he first came into office, but he has yet to reverse those proclamations. Recently, the State Department said that you must add 1 year to the normal processing times for all visas. What does that mean for you? That means if before the pandemic it took 6 to 9 months for, let's say, for a K-1 visa, a fiance visa, you have to add an additional year. So now you're looking at 1.5 years to 2 years before you'll be approved and you'll be reunited with your loved one. A green card process that used to take 1.5 years now will take 2.5 or more. If you are applying for a green card and you needed a waiver and you were going to consular process, that was a 2.5, 3 year process. 2 to 3 years, I'd say. You're looking at 3 to 4. Everything is taking a whole lot longer. What do you need to know about these backlogs? Even if the administration ends both proclamations today, we know that the backlog that started with the previous presidential administration isn't going to go away overnight, and it may extend for years to come. If you've watched my videos, I often talk about getting you or your loved ones to the head of the line. This is one of the reasons. The sooner you get your application filed and it's accepted by the Department of State or USCIS, the faster you're going to be processed. It's just that simple. People think, well, if they wait for things to start moving, that will help them. If you do that, you're putting yourself at the end of a very long line. The longer you delay getting your application filed, the further from the head of the line you'll be. Right now, the State Department said that there are more than 380,000 applicants waiting for interviews for their applications. So these are people that have been filed, that the first stage was approved, and they're just waiting for an interview at the consulate. 380,000 of them. Consulates and embassies are short-staffed and are struggling to schedule interviews. Many people have had their applications approved by the NVC, that's the National Visa Center, but the NVC isn't sending the application to the embassies to schedule the interview because they don't have the staff to accept the case. The backlog is too big to handle. That is due to the previous administrations doing everything they could to slow down visa processing. Also, most embassies conduct interviews behind glass windows. They have very small waiting rooms, and usually they have a maximum of 2 consular officers per post. Add in the pandemic limits on how many people can enter or be in the waiting area at any one time, and you can imagine this is making it almost impossible for the consulates, even those that are open, to catch up with the backlog of interviews they need to do. And they need to go very fast. AILA, that's American Immigration Lawyers Association, of which I belong to, released information to its members after a meeting with the State Department. They were told that each consulate and embassy is going to open on their own terms, based on their individual conditions, including staffing and resources and country conditions. I wish I had better news, but these backlogs could take years to overcome. What can you do right now? Be patient. I know this is easier said than done. You miss your family and you're frustrated with the delays. We understand. However, getting angry isn't going to help your application move any faster. Get your application in. Yes, the lines are long, but the sooner you get your application filed, the sooner your number comes up. If you're not even on the line, they'll never get to you. Submit the best application with the strongest evidence possible. Do everything you can to make sure your application won't be rejected or that they won't file a request for evidence or a notice of intent denied. We have people ask us all the time, what if I'm missing this document or that document? If you're missing something, get it. If you have something in your background that you think might keep you from getting approved, fix it. Sending in an incomplete application and hoping that immigration doesn't notice isn't gonna happen. It's only gonna delay the processing of your case. It could cost you money and it could cost you a whole lot of time. We have people asking us all the time, which embassies are taking appointments right now? Remember, I talked about President Biden signing an executive order ending the Muslim ban when he first got into office. What this allowed for was for those in predominantly Muslim countries to start getting visas again. There was another important section of this proclamation, Section 2. It specifically said that the Secretary of State should direct all embassies and consulates to resume processing visas in a manner consistent with their location. Remember, in December, there was an order to over 89 consulates and embassies to reopen by the end of 2021. We're only in February at the moment. And as far as specific embassies and consulates in February 2021, we know that the Frankfurt, Germany embassy, including expedited applications, is processing applications quickly. The United Kingdom embassy is also fast in allowing for expedited applications. In Mexico, Ciudad Juarez is very effective in processing applications and expedited requests quickly as well. The best embassy in Africa is Kenya. Sorry, Nigeria. Unfortunately, we also have a few that we know are not doing well. Moscow. It's terrible. If you have an application for an expedited application, and you can, we recommend you transfer it to Poland, who has a much better rate of approvals and faster. In the Philippines, Manila is not processing K1 fiancé visas or other visas right now. We know when they are processing, they're very slow to begin with. We have heard that they only conduct 50 interviews a month when they are conducting interviews, which at the moment they are not. Nigeria is difficult and difficult to appeal to. And I got to tell you, there are issues with divorces from Nigeria. It's coming up again and again that the Department of State is questioning whether a divorce was legitimate or not. If you were divorced in Nigeria, call us. We'll see how we can help you. In the Middle East, people are not having much success either. In Afghanistan, in Iran, and Bangladesh, people are experiencing, I'm not suggesting Bangladesh is part of the Middle East, but they are a different part of the world. I recognize that. But Bangladesh is experiencing very slow wait times and very little response when they try to get in touch with someone. Mumbai and Pakistan have processed some expedited cases, but they require lots of follow-up by email to get anything done. We have people ask us about specific embassies all the time. Unfortunately, unless we have a client going to one of that embassy, we can't know about all of them at any given time. If you have a case with a specific embassy, please check with them yourself. You need to keep trying to move your application forward. If you have an attorney, have your attorney follow up. Thank you for watching. If you want us to help you with your immigration journey, call or email us. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for updates as we release them in U.S. immigration. Thanks for watching. Stay healthy and be well.